What's up, sneaker fans? Thanks for tuning in to a More Than Hype review, and in this video we'll be taking a look at a pair of Jordan 11s in the cherry or varsity red colorway. This is the holiday 2022 Jordan 11 release from Jordan Brand, and this year we got some extra insight behind the thought process of creating this colorway from the designers themselves on the Live from the Archive sneaker stream. And that was trying to imagine an alternate colorway that Jordan actually would have worn. And that makes a lot of sense, but we've also seen a very similar colorway like this on the lows before. But anyway, these actually shock dropped on that live stream, which is how I was able to get my pair. So with all that said, let's get right into the review, starting with the packaging. Every single year, the holiday Jordan 11 has slightly different packaging from its previous release. But this year, these come in a black and gray box, Air Jordan and a Jumpman up top. On the side here, we can see the gray piece. And then we have our label on this side here. Official name of these, Air Jordan 11 Retro. Official colors, white, varsity red, and black. Far as sizing goes, in Jordan 11s, I like to go true to size. However, with this release in particular, it might just be that it's been a while since I've worn 11s, but these fit very narrow, and I would have been much better with a half size up. So, if you like a very snug fit, I would say go true to size. For something that's more comfortable, personally, I would go up a half size. This is, of course, men's sizing. The women's conversion is always 1.5 sizes up in Nikes, so this 8.5 in men's would be a size 10 in women's. Style code CT8012116. Retail price for these was $225, so definitely a lot of money for an 11. But the pricing hasn't gone up from last year's release of the cool gray 11s. But that's about it for the label. Now, let's open up the box, take a look at the shoes. So this top comes right off. No stamp or stickers or anything on the lid. We have our garbage bag plastic wrapping paper. And then we have our shoes here. And with that explanation, these definitely do look like it could be an alternate colorway that Jordan actually wore. Very nice, definitely very bright. In the past, we've gotten a mixture of nubucks and leathers on top of this piece here, but we've gone back to the traditional ballistic nylon material. But before I get too into it, let's get both pairs out and take a closer look. Now we got these out the box, let's take a closer look, starting with the upper. And every time we get these holiday releases, that means another year has come and gone. I mean, it's kind of crazy how fast 2022 has gone. But, you know, the good thing is that we get to see this year's Jordan 11 release. And for this cherry colorway, wow, definitely a very bright, vibrant color of red here, this varsity red. So, starting with this piece here, I guess the most noticeable, we have our mudguard in this very nice patent leather in this varsity red color all around the shoe. One thing to note for your pairs, if you're going for the secondary market, one thing I've noticed about Jordan 11s is that right around here where this leather piece meets the patent leather, we have that little peak. Then we have another one on the toe here, and then the same goes for this peak right here. I'm pretty sure they use that as sort of like markers to sort of line up the patent leather, but if your pair doesn't have these peaks here, then I'll be suspicious. So patent leather on our mudguard here. Underneath, like I was saying, we have the traditional ballistic nylon, and then we have, of course, our fast lacing system. On the heel here, Jumpman embroidery, looking pretty clean, in varsity red as well. This piece of leather here is okay. I wish they used a nicer piece of leather here. This is a pretty stiff, feels like that polyurethane coated type leather. No tumbling at all on that. Medial side, same deal. And on the back of these, no 45. These come with a 23. Looking at our tongue, also in ballistic nylon. These come stock with rope laces. No extra set of laces. We have our patch on the inside here. Taking a look now on the inside of the shoe, the lining, the back of the tongue, the sock liner, all in varsity red. On the back here, we have our patch, quality basketball product inspired by the greatest player ever. Nothing on the sides here. Jumpman logo in white on the sock liner. And the insole is also a nice one. No ortholite here. We actually get a nice piece of polyurethane, which I am happy to see. That about does it for the upper. Now moving on to the midsole outsole. Now usually if I'm not talking about Jordans, the video kind of stops with the upper. That's where all the detail is. But one of the great things about Jordans is that every single piece of the shoe has some design to it, has some thought put into it. And this is one of the most iconic midsoles ever created. I mean, this thing is a thing of beauty. So we have, of course, our Phylon foam all throughout our midsole, air unit on the inside. And I'm not sure really what to call it, but all Jordan 11s or Jordan 11 midsoles have this like interesting texture to it. I'm sure there's a reason design-wise why they added that, but just something to note. And then of course this outsole is also extremely iconic. 2 pods of herringbone traction on the heel and forefoot. We have our clear icy sole here. Inside we have our 3 pods and then our Jumpman logo in the middle. And how could you forget the carbon fiber shank in red and black, looking very, very nice. That is definitely a nice touch. And yeah, that's about it for these. I mean, really nice colorway for the holidays. I think people will be really happy about these. These are released December 10th on the Sneakers app and other retailers. I'll try to put some links in the description below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help with the algorithm and getting my channel out there. And I do appreciate the support. And I'll catch you on the next video.